Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for next 3 months, money and success. We're going to start by pulling some symbols first, and we're going to jump into your coffee cup. If you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you're with me today. If you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead, hit subscribe and the bell. Subscription is a free way to be here, and the bell helps you hear about more of these. The squirrel in the chestnut comes forward with a preparation here. Yes, like the squirrel prepares for the winter, but the truth is it forgets about where it hides the chestnuts and the acorns. If that's the case with you, it's time maybe you do it consciously without burying your preparation to the places that you cannot find. That's the first thing comes with the squirrel vibe. The second thing is squirrel hides things away. So if you are giving freely to others, it's like maybe you're not really paying too much attention of material things coming into your life. Maybe it's time to just start putting some stuff to the side. This will give the universe the idea that you want something accumulating, okay? And let's see what else we have here. The otter and cattail, which is calling for peace. It is time for you to also protect your peace at all costs, because it seems like the preparation, after the preparation, you might get some people coming in and, oh, you have prepared something. Can I get a piece of that? That you might need to learn how to say no. Scorpio, as intuitive, you probably feel people's intentions before the things actually go down. But sometimes when you have an emotional connection with somebody, it can be a family member, a close friend, or someone that really melts your heart. They might really just come in and mess up the preparation. I feel this vibe, and maybe destroy the peace or maybe disturb the peace. It is time for you to just recognize that and protect the peace with, I posted recently, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain yourself. If you're feeling the need to do that, there might be some pressure happening. So I feel like it's about standing your ground while you're doing your preparation. Leadership, because it seems like you're not the follower. You're not the follower here. You're going to be leading people. In order to lead, you need to have strong boundaries, okay? Or maybe managing things or building something amazing. The horse and the bluebells. Horse is wish fulfillment. So whenever a horse shows up, it doesn't matter how it's described. I interpret this as something's actually fast coming into your life. Modest fortitude. Meaning, yeah, you can be the leader and you're going to really create amazing, great things. It seems like here, but you can have, you can be, I'm trying to align it in the middle, but I'm not sure if it's aligned. So, you can have fortitude and it can be modest. It doesn't have to be so flashy, okay? Another thing I would like to see, we have number, what is that? I think L is 50. Not sure. I know till the 20 when it comes to Roman numericals, something 9 here. I know it till the 20 after that. Maybe 30, yes. Because 30 is like 3 L's coming, 3 X's. What we have here is modest fortitude. Work quietly and consistently. Yeah, do not show your hand, basically. The time to shine will present itself in the future. For now, focus on your process rather than its reward. Okay, so it's important to just be on your way to your massive desires, future desires. Let's see what else we have in here. I see here already like a chunk of money accumulating, tears of joy coming. There's an owl right there sitting on the path holding Holy Grail, a cup, something emotionally fulfilling you with their beak. No, not the beak, the claws, basically. Owl can symbolize someone intuitive. This, when I flip it, kind of looks like a dolphin, as you can see. The thing is, there are many things happening. Let's get some meaning into them. We have a tears of joy. You might receive some very good news and approval. The horse is your wish fulfillment and on the pathway of your, when you're working towards your desires. And this is also mentally building. I recently heard, this morning I heard Dr. Judd Spencer saying that our minds actually really being fed by positive affirmations. Everything that we put positive energy in, it actually becomes like our lifestyle. It starts to get attracted in our life. If you're thinking, maybe you want a house, but every time you think about it, you are getting into despair. that will actually put you further away from that desire. But when you think about the things you already have, and on top of that, add that as something on your gratitude list, even if this is a desire level, it means that it's meant for you. Everything's meant for you will simply find you. And if you have a desire that's perfectly meant for you, that's how the universe is actually designed by the creator. And when you put positive energy into it, it seems like your eyes are going to start clearly. You can see two eyes in the dark, like they're just maybe even in the light, doesn't matter, just very strictly focus on the things that are just catching the details that you need to know. Okay, and then the dolphin comes in here. This can be someone playful. Dolphin can represent someone who's very good with communication as well, and as I don't know if you ever heard of it, they have like the double amount of the human brain, so they're really smart as well. This can be someone who's really smart and they know how to get something happen. And they also have, I feel like I've heard that they have this kind of like painkiller powers. Like women who gave birth with dolphins were actually didn't feel the pain and such. It's like they have some sort of powers here. So this can be, I see someone like a queen standing on a dolphin. So this can be even helpful during your creation process, giving birth to your desires. This can be an energy you're being surrounded by. This can be a person ancestor, but there is something that you're standing on. Maybe basically you're standing on the shoulders of the giants, even though you don't see them. The owl is bringing the cup here. Owl indicates intuition. Intuitively, you're feeling something is happening on the background of the basically the destiny. But it seems like here this is something you're not really anticipating at this point. But when it shows up, it's going to be also another thing that you're putting on top of this trophy that you're building. Okay. There's a clear paper here. If you need to maybe take care of something, it seems like it is being taken care of very clean way. And then you're finding yourself inside of a crowd. I read all of your comments, by the way. I just put a heart, even if I cannot write a comment. What happens is there's a crowd, and I see sometimes in the comments that you mentioned, I don't want to be a part of the crowd. I don't want to get out of my house. But the crowd is always there. Guys, we don't have to get out of our house anymore in order to be a part of a community. Right now, there are like online communities and such. This doesn't mean that go and jump into some community, because there's shady ones as well. But it seems like there is a crowd showing up here. So if you're getting like an invitation to a crowded place, or it can be like a street fair, maybe you want to sell a product you have. I started watching this lady on TikTok, and she's like sitting on a chair and making soaps, and like a very young girl. And it seems like she probably goes out there and sells her website, maybe goes to street fairs. That just popped in my head. It can be something that you're doing like that, and you're finding yourself inside of a crowd. The crowd can be your following if you have such a thing. But this big crowd is surrounding you, okay, within the second month especially. I see here a peacock right here. This can be your opportunity to really display your feathers, okay, if you're hiding your authenticity. And I recently heard from someone as well that has NDE. It's called NDE. When you look it up, you can see what it is. He came back. Let's put it that way. And he says he met his guide, and his guide told him, like, he asked the guy, what's the purpose of life? Is it love? And he said, no, being authentic, authenticity, being who you are, truly expressing yourself. And I'd like to add on to it in an ethical way, because we're living in a karmic world. So our purpose is, while being authentic, not hurting others. Our purpose is being authentic and helping others as well with our authenticity, okay? Showing them it's worth to be who we are, who they are as well. So I see here, maybe this is a crowd that will embrace that, who you are, that you'll find yourself in. Another thing here, like you can see, the more authentic people actually can earn with their authenticity as well. Okay, like that's Hollywood stars, some of them that we love, some of the musicians that we love how authentic and who they truly are. So it can be something that you're going to find yourself in. It can be even a community. It doesn't have to be like you going out there somewhere and becoming famous. It can be a big company that you're becoming really like recognized with your authenticity and your beautiful work you're putting out there. Okay, I see someone, there's a king sitting on a throne here. This can be, maybe it's your time that your leadership is being recognized after you start displaying that authentic part of you. What happens with the king, I see that his feet is lifted off of somebody else's forehead here. There's maybe a little drama happening, and the king is also carrying somebody on his back, and another person like is trying to attach. So you might get like a leadership position with this authentic power you have. But the thing is, it might require you to really like maybe assistant, like use someone else's assistance, and also carry somebody on your back. It's not something that you don't have no payment whatsoever. Maybe like you're taking from someone and you also need to give someone something else in return. This doesn't have to be money, by the way. It can be a service, it can be allowance, referral, but there's somebody on your back here you're carrying. The other person also has another person here trying to catch a fish, but the fish is a flying fish. So it's like a two birds in the air basically situation here. So, but this person's very weak and alone. There's like some dramatic events happening here, I feel, and I see that you have your legs are actually folded as like a V here. So you might achieve the victory. When you achieve the victory, this is going to attract other things, people into your life, and these people, some of them can be the ones that are coming with big dreams but no background information. Okay, maybe when you hit the jackpot, let's say as an example, or when you get a promotion, when you get the extra money, when you get the home, somebody might come in here, oh, let me rent out a room from you, and then I'll run my soap business in there, for example. And some people are so greedy, they see another person doing something and then they just jump into doing the same thing with a cheaper quality, with authenticity, which turn out to be a waste. So that's why I feel like here you shouldn't be actually deceived by the fish. I told you, protect your peace and do not deceived by the fish in the air, that is flying fish. Instead, focus on what's in front of you, which is going to lead you to another V here. So saying no to someone can be also another part of your victory, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see here a turtle, guys, or tortoise. Basically, yeah, the tortoise, somebody's turning their back towards your tortoise. Tortoise is your home, your household, your heart, that you're not really allowing someone in there, and that person may be even like coming and threatening you. Oh, okay, then you're gonna lose me. And you see there are 2 tears of joy coming and your desire coming really fast. So it seems like someone needs to be lost in order for you to find the peace. Okay, this doesn't mean really cutting people off completely out of your life, because I think that's, now I'm getting older, I'm starting to understand that's really childish. We don't really need to do that. We can like simply, if this is a person that you see day to day, but if this is a person that you see once in 2 years, and that's also another thing that I feel like the stupidity that social media brought into our lives. Sometimes we don't even see people twice again. We don't ever see them again, but we still carry them on our social media, show them our family, share our energy with those people. If you're not an influencer, there's no need to include them in our community, in our pages. I feel like this can be someone like that, maybe, but for some of you, I feel this is a person that you really allow them to be a drainage. I mean, like someone like a leeching off of you for a long time, and this person might be emotionally doing that to you, and success is going to bring them back. And if you, wow, High Priestess, we have the owl that you're going to feel before this. I told you that you are carrying a cup here, the owl. This can be a Pisces coming in and letting you know, be careful, because it seems like it can put you in like a box here, entrapment. We have armadillo here, which has a shell on their back as well. That can be your armadillo shield on your back. So don't let yourself trapped by someone's maybe, there's a word for that, like playing games with you, okay? I was going to say Game of Thrones. I keep seeing clips of those, but basically, this can be your little finger. I don't know if you watched the series. If you haven't, little finger was like in the beginning of the movie, you just find it out right away. So it's not kind of a spoiler. It's on the name of it too. He is a little finger, basically very slimy and lying, cheating, plotting against others person. Okay, so this can be someone like that. Be one careful. Seven of arrows. Yes, exactly. As soon as I said that slimy, the fox comes through. I don't like the fez this one wearing. This hat is actually traditionally an Eastern hat, so it's not really quite nice to use here. But anyways, like cultural thing basically. But what happens with the fox, we're going to go with the meaning. This can be someone plotting things against you that you need to be aware of when it comes to money. So that's why maybe somebody's asking for a favor. Somebody's trying to force you to invest in something. If you're not sure of it, if you don't see anything like anyone actually talking about, maybe you shouldn't invest in there. Okay, be careful, mindful. And this is also about money and success. Protecting your money is a part of your success as well. Okay, we have Six of Arrows. This is Six of Swords coming. Walk away from it. When you walk away from it, this is actually carry you from choppy waters to the calmer shores, because someone might be playing the game dirty without you realizing. Seven of Arrows shows someone actually stealing the arrows, stealing the swords before the war. He might end the war with a bloodshed, but if he's in your team, it's a good thing. But if he is not, it's actually something devastating, because you will realize when you go to battle, you don't have your swords anymore. That's why I feel instead of maybe getting yourself involved in this person's drama, maybe they're trying to create a war here, and they are planning to win the war with this seat. Six of Arrows basically telling you get on before, because it comes before it. Get on it, run away. The Chariot comes in and says, okay, yes, through the water, through the earth, get on everything, every vehicle you can find, and get away from this person's energy. Okay. You can have a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here, or you can have a foxy person, like a fox spirit. Foxes are like, I don't know if you ever heard of them laughing. I don't think animals have negative intentions, but they have this kind of like a mocking type of laugh and enjoyment. But the truth is, this can be a person who's maybe even, that's what they're due. They're laughing, they're mocking what you do, they're shrinking it to a zero, and you're thinking, oh, maybe that's what it is, that's what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is nothing. That's why they're laughing. What it seems like here, if you get the chance to get away immediately, and Chariot is actually going to put you on the right road here where you need to be. We have Knight of Cups, something really fulfilling as an offer coming forward to you. That is going to be also water sign aligning with you, which will bring strength. I feel like this can be even some sort of major arcana, major thing that is going to also put you in a very strong, like I told you that you're going to be sitting on the throne, and we have the King of Jungle coming in, and that's what's probably waiting for you on the other side of the river, on the other side of the road. So you need to move forward. Okay. Another thing with the Chariot, this actually symbolizes discipline. And like me really having a vision, being locked into the vision, having a vision board, or maybe like an affirmation board. I have one. I haven't written affirmations, but I'm writing them on my notebook. So having something in front of you visually, you can see and follow. And this is actually maybe even have a throne, a picture of a throne that you're sitting. Okay, like you can ask AI to do that. It actually can do that. And so that will really like maybe this is a person trying to divert you from your path and telling you, oh, it's impossible, don't even try, when you're ready to go. Okay, that's why I said like stay away. Fox spirit, think on your feet. Yeah, fox spirit want to come to you again. Yes, when you face with someone like this, you need to really think on your feet and just find a way and get away. Okay, another thing with a fox spirit, it symbolizes shadows. Fox, because it just does things in the night, goes into the chicken coop and like does things, bad things basically. So this can be someone when you face them, or you need to think like them to realize what the plot is. And also another thing I feel here, you don't have to, like I said, the ethics are important. You don't have to go out of the circle of the ethics, but you can also execute other smart ways to be victorious here. We have antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. Chariot actually is a symbol of that. When you walk away from the drama this person is creating, your life is going to really accelerate. You might start to get opportunities, and or you're like maybe your schedule is going to get really busy with the good stuff you desire. Okay, what else we have here? Cow spirit. Miracles are endless, and that's, I feel like that's what's going to happen when you distance yourself from the negativity. You're going to start experiencing more of those endless miracles. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things. So yes, small things are, sometimes they're not very important, but this timeline seems like they're going to be really important while you're building. I see, okay, Chariot has two horses, actually two sphinx in front of him, but they represent horses. This is the third horse, if you can interpret it that way for you, which just seems like your chariot is carrying it towards your heart's desire. Now let's get to your final message. Career transition. Okay, that can be someone actually working behind you while you're doing the transition. That's why I feel like you need to have like a one eye behind your head. I don't know if there's a term like that, but really watching your back is going to be important here. This doesn't mean that you need to be intense, you need to be always paranoid, but it means that being careful never hurt anyone. A career transition, for some of you, your soul is yearning for a career aligned with passion and purpose. So it's time to just, start to research that maybe before you jump into the boat and run away, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.